Hello and welcome to another edition of Andy's Shed Live. Hello there everyone, how are you? Welcome to the show. It is Sunday the 11th of August 2019. We are here just about on time. I'm just back from Tissington in Derbyshire today, where we've been out and about at a stationary engine rally. It's been hectic today, to say the least, but I've just made it back in time for the 6:30 deadline to get here to bring you another episode of the show here. But I'm feeling a bit windswept. It's a bit windy out there today, but luckily the rain has held off. It was supposed to be really wet and horrible today, but it's not actually been too bad in the long run as it goes. It's just a very short show today. As I say, it's been a bit hectic out there, but thanks to everybody who's been in touch after last week's show, where we stripped down that dial 21. If you were watching last week, you will have seen us. We took about an hour to do it, and we stripped down and rebuilt, well, a couple of dial 21s actually. We did different things to different dials, and I hope it's helped some of you out with your old telephone dials. While we are talking about telephone dials, at the moment on the desk here, I have got this. Now this is not a dial 21, this is a dial 12 that I've got here. It's a slightly different beast to a 21. If you want to have a look at it, I'm sure we can manage it. Here you go. Yeah, this is a dial number 12. You can easily spot them by the finger stop here is curved. You see how that's curved there? On this, curved on both sides. On this side, it is straight on a dial 21, but it's curved on a dial 12. Dial 12s pretty much always have a metal finger wheel as well. Dial 21s can have a metal finger wheel. They don't always, but they can have. It's rare, but they can have one. And of course with the dial 12 you get the label off in a different way as well. What you do with the dial 12 is you have to take this little ring thing out in the middle here. It's a little split ring thing. If I can get something under the edge of it like that, you'll start to pop that out, and you take that out, and then you take out a little bit of plastic there like that, and you take out the paper like that. And then to get the finger wheel off, what you do with the 12 is you take a screw out there, out the middle, just like you do with the 21, and you can get the finger wheel off. And then again, where it differs from a 21 is there is then another sort of snap ring around the edge of here, which again you have to kind of get something under it to get it out if you can. And I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it with this. There you go. It's out there. See a little snap ring around there. And then you can get this plate out, which is sometimes on earlier ones this plate is enamel, but replaced for plastic ones later, and it should just fall out now, that, but it just wants a little bit of help from its friends and it will fall out, I'm pretty sure. There you go. And it falls out, and then inside a dial 12 inside then is very similar to a 21. If I get that under there, if you want to have a look at it, and you can see under there that it's got this similar governor to a 21. It's got this similar clutch mechanism to a 21. This bit is like a 21. It's very similar on the back as well to a 21. Very similar. But it's a dial 12. Basically, a dial 12 has got more metal bits involved in it than a dial 21. That's the main difference. A dial 12 like this is pretty much all metal. So if you want to put that back together, you just put that back in there. Alright. Which way am I going? That way. You put that back in there like that. It's got two little cutouts, this, down there, which have to get on two pegs down there. Inside there. That. And then you can put the snap ring thing back in around the edge. Right. Somehow like that. Yeah, that's back in. And then you can put the finger wheel back on. Somebody asked me about these finger wheels, said, are they chrome? They're not chrome, they are stainless steel. These finger wheels. So you don't have to worry about the chrome coming off. They are stainless steel, so you can polish them a bit if you want to. They shouldn't be mega shiny, but they should be basically like this one. You know, there shouldn't be really a mirror finish you can see your face in, but you know, it's kind of almost brushed finish to them. So you do that like that, and then you put your dial label back in or whatever. I mean, that's just a paper, and I don't think that's an original one really. Then you put this in. Now this little thing here has got a cutout in it. Can you see a little cutout in there? Can you see that cutout? The bottom there? And that's got to go dead centre at the bottom, and your label should have a little cutout as well. That has also got to go dead centre at the bottom of your dial, because there's a little hole in the base of the dial there that has to go in. Of course, before I put that in, I've got to actually attach the finger wheel. So I'll put the screw back in there. Like that. Does it run at the right speed? 1001. Yes, it does. So now you see that little hole at the bottom of the dial there. Can you see that? So that is where your little bit that's cut out of your paper dial label has to go, over that hole, and then the little bit that's cut out of your covering plastic piece has to go over that hole as well, because when you put this back in, this has got a bit on the end of it that stands up. Can you see that? That there? And that goes in that hole, that locates in that hole there with everything. Then that keeps everything still while you can then work your way around and put that snap ring back in. And at the end, just push that end down, something, there you go, it clicks into place, and there you have it, reassembled. So that's how you get one of them apart. On the back, it is almost identical to a dial 21, with the contacts on the back there. It's almost exactly the same. So that's a dial 12. That's the differences between a dial 12 and a 21 that we were restoring on the show last week. I've not got a great deal else to report really on the telephone restoration front over this week. As you can see, I've still got a work in progress here, which is this Pendant phone. If you weren't watching a couple of weeks ago, you won't know that basically I got this Pendant phone as part of a job lot of phones. It came to me, the Pendant phone came to me, and the draw dial, which it's actually sat on top of here at the minute. But a Pendant phone has three components. It should have the phone, the actual handset and that, the draw dial, which you fit to a desk or something, and then it should have a bell set. And the bell sets are hard to get because you need a version of a bell set that has got a induction coil in it, which is quite difficult to find. So I found a way of using a chassis from a telephone 746 and wiring that up, and doing a slight modification on it and wiring that up, which is what this is here. It is still a work in progress. I'm still working on that, but I'll give you an update soon because I need to make or modify some kind of cover to go over the 746 chassis to make it just look like a proper bell set. So that is a work in progress at the moment. I'm also doing stuff at the minute, connecting phones up to something called CNET. Now, no, CNET, not the downloading site that you may know of as CNET, but the CNET I'm talking about is *net. And it's basically a worldwide system for people with vintage telephones to connect them all up together and talk to each other, and it kind of makes a free network, if you like. The way to connect to CNET, although there are numerous ways, but one way you can do it is by using a little box like this. This is what they call an ATA, an analog terminal adapter. And what you do basically is you plug this box into the internet there, into your router, and then you can also plug two telephones into it, or if you've got a PABX system at home, you can plug your PABX into it, and then that will connect via the internet to CNET. You have to be hosted by somebody who's got a CNET server, but I've got my own CNET server, which is actually sat behind this printer and all this stuff here. There's a little box sat behind here that is actually a CNET server, and what that is an old HP thin client bought for about 20 quid off the internet, and I had some special software, free but special software, put onto it, that is then slightly modified to run CNET. So I actually operate two telephone exchanges, if you like, on CNET that are actually on that little box there, that little server box there. And that is what the two telephones on the windowsill do. If I turn this camera around a little bit more, I don't know if you can see those. They're in the light a little bit there, but these two telephones here are actually connected up to CNET. This is on the extension for a place called Clown, which is just down the road from me here, but that is on the Clown exchange, which is, Clown is a village. It's just down the road here. CLOWNE is how you spell it. And this is Staveley, which is another village that's just over the way. Well, it's actually a little town, actually. Staveley is just over the way here. But the vintage telephone exchanges for these two places are actually in this little box that's sat behind here. So if you are on CNET already and you ever ring a number that is in either Clown or Staveley, it doesn't actually go to Clown or Staveley, it goes to this little box that's sitting behind me here. And I can prove it, but I can pick the clown one up and I can ring Stavely, and that one should ring. So actually I don't think this is going to work because it's not plugged in. No, it's not going to work because it's not plugged in. Just realised it's not plugged in because I unplug it when I'm doing this live show because of the bandwidth that it uses on the internet. Bear with me one moment. This live stream uses such a lot of bandwidth on the internet that I normally unplug the server while I'm doing it because there are things going through that server pretty much all the time. CNET calls going through it pretty much all the time. So just while I'm doing this show, I switch it off. So normally you can't get it while this show's on. But let's see. That's now connected up. Yeah, that's connected up now. So I should be able to do it now. So 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 1, 9, 0, and that one should ring. There you go. That one's ringing. You see? So that's CNET. If you want to connect to it, you don't have to have one of these servers. All you have to get a number on the server is one of these boxes. And you can be anywhere. It's not actually location specific. So if you want a clown or Stavely number that runs through my exchange here, all you have to do is get one of these, which is called a Linksys PAP2 ATA. Okay, it's called a PAP2 ATA, and if you want to get one of those and get on CNET, so you can link all your old telephones up, and you can ring me up here, or you can ring lots of telephone restorers and that up all over the world. Just get one of these boxes and we'll show you how to do it. Now there are various different types of these. This is a different one. This one's made by Cisco Systems. Some of them support pulse dialing for old dial phones, some of them don't. The Linksys one doesn't, but because I'm going through a PABX here, which converts pulse dialing to tone, it doesn't matter. I can use one of these because everything actually goes out onto the network as tone. So I can use one of these. If you get a Grandstream box though, one similar to this but made by a company called Grandstream, they do support pulse dialing. You can plug a dial phone straight into those. You'll notice these phones up here, cunningly, that are plugged straight into a box, that don't actually go through the PABX. These two are push button ones, but ones that do go through a PABX, like the one that I've got on the desk here, this one, which you can see there on the desk, those ones can be dial phones because they go through a PABX, which converts the pulses to tones, whatever box you use. So then you can use one of these boxes. So it's worth having a PABX if you've got a load of telephones around your house, like I have, and I had a count up the other day and I've got about 200, believe it or not. But if you've got a load of phones around the house that you have, and you've got like one wide up in every room, your phones probably will go through a little PABX. You've probably got one so you can ring room to room like I have. They're not expensive. I think the last PABX that I bought, I think I paid £10 for it, a Panasonic one, on eBay a little while ago. But we'll be covering thing about CNET in the coming weeks on here. As I say, ETAs, Linksys. This one is a Cisco one. Has it got a model on it, this one? SPA112 it says on the back of it. That one. And then you can get a Grandstream one. I've got a Grandstream one up there, but I can't get it on camera at the minute. But they are the things to get if you want to join up CNET. If you do want to join up CNET, go to the website and get on the contact us form on the website, or leave a comment in the comments down below, and I'll get back to you with more information. But if you want to get on the website and get in touch with me, here's the address that you need to go to. It's andyshed.coldpress.net, and then click around on there, find the contact us form, and get in touch with me through that. Okay, well, that about wraps it up for this week. I said it was going to be a short show, didn't I? Thanks for watching, and thanks to everybody that we saw today who was out at the rally at Tissington, which was all in aid of the air ambulance. So they've raised a few pennies for the air ambulance out there today at Tissington, so good on you there, guys. Next week, no show here next week, because next Sunday I am over in Sheffield at the Repair Cafe event. For those of you that don't know what a Repair Cafe is, it's where if you've got anything that you've got that is broken, and it can be anything at all, but we like vintage stuff, but it doesn't have to be vintage stuff, it can be modern stuff if you want. Anything you've got that is broken, you can take it along to a Repair Cafe, and a team of fixers, of which I am one, will be there, and they will try and get it fixed for you. And basically they do it all for free. All you have to do is pay for any parts that they use, or make a donation to help keep the thing going, but it's a free thing. It's at a place called Strip the Willow, which is just off Abbeydale Road in Sheffield, next Sunday. Starts at 10 AM till 4 PM, but the last admissions for things to be fixed is around about 3 o'clock. If you want to come along, if you've got something that's broken, if you've got an old telephone that's broken, and you want to bring an old telephone along for me to fix, feel free. Anytime between 10 till 3 to bring stuff in, but the actual event is 10 till 4. We would love to see you. As I say, it's at Strip the Willow, which is a little shop just off Abbeydale Road, near to the Abbeydale Picture House cinema in Sheffield. We will be there on Sunday from 10, like I say, until about 4. Which is the reason I won't be back here for 6:30. But we will have normal service resumed, hopefully, in a couple of weeks' time. In the meantime, if there's anything you'd like to see on the live shows, be it telephone related or not, if it's related to something else perhaps, then leave us a comment down below and we'll see what we can do. The one last week with the dial 21, that was a request. Somebody had asked if we could strip down dial 21, so there you have it. Also, if you are on YouTube, or if you are now watching on Library, because we have a channel on Library as well now, if you want to watch us on there, you will find us by downloading the Library app. Go to lbry.com, I believe it is, to download the app, and then you can watch us on Library, which is a really good kind of file sharing site, a decentralized file sharing site. Some people are calling it the YouTube killer, and well, it is taking over. It is taking over from YouTube quite a lot. But if you want to watch us on Library, download the Library app, and we are on there as well. But click around, you will find lots of other stuff that's not telephone related. You'll find stuff about stationary engines, you'll find historic stuff about lost railways and all kinds of things on there as well. So check out the Andy Said channel, not just these videos. So until we meet again, live in a couple of weeks time, but there may be some other videos before that, give us a like and give us a subscribe if you've not done so already. And if you want to know when we next upload a video, as well as subscribing, if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that bell icon that's somewhere down there as well. But until next time, have a great week, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.